Majority of us use Google Chrome, but we don't use all of its features. This is the part 1 of a series where I am going to share you 10 such Google Chrome related tips which will help you to use it efficiently. Back to back there will be 3 videos for now, and I am going to add more in future also in this same series. So if you are interested, check this out, and also consider subscribing to my channel so that you can get notifications as and when those will be published. Now let's get into the first tip of this particular video. Tip number 1 is incognito mode. Sometime you may need to use Google Chrome for some purpose where you don't want to leave any trace of those search or any browsing history for that. So let me show you how you can use incognito mode. You just need to right click on the taskbar where Google Chrome is open. You will be able to see one option, that is new incognito window. If you click on that, a new window will open, and that will not have any trace of your IDs or your login. Whatever activities you will be doing, once this particular window will be closed, all those browsing history, cookies, site data, information entered in any form, all these options, you can see that it's already documented here, those will be cleared. So you can use this for any purpose. So this is tip number 1. So now while we are talking about incognito mode, let us go to our tip number 2. How can you enable extensions while you are using Google Incognito mode? So there is one option, let me show you. If you follow my mouse in the top right part of the page and I click on this particular 3 dots, you will be able to see one option, that is more tools, and there you can click on extensions. So what it will do, it will open that extensions window, and there if you go to any of the extension and go to details, maybe this save to Google Drive is one extension I'm using. If I click on details, there you will be able to get one option, allow in incognito. So this particular feature will help you to enable those particular extensions which you wanted to use within incognito mode. So this is the way you can do it. You just need to toggle it so that it will be available whenever you will be using in incognito mode. Once you enabled it, you close this particular window and you need to relaunch Google Chrome in incognito mode to use it. So now going to tip number 3, that is browse as guest. This is also another feature when you don't want to use your credentials or your login to search something. So if you follow my mouse, again in the top right part of the page, you can see one picture is there. Currently I have logged in using my ID, that is why it's showing. If I now click here and click on the guest, then it will allow me to search as a guest. And here whatever you will search, it will not come to your browsing history. There will not be any traces, any cookies on this computer while you are closing this particular window. So you can see this is mentioned here that you are browsing as a guest, and these are the way Google Chrome will act while you are searching using a guest login. So this is another feature if you don't want to keep a trace of whatever you are searching in your browsing history. Now in these 3 tips, we talked about incognito mode and how you can use it as a guest user. Now let me talk about another important feature, and that is tip number 4, that is to know different keyboard shortcuts while you are using Google Chrome. Let me show you some of the samples. So if you press Ctrl and H within Google Chrome, it will open your browsing history. You can see now this history open, and whatever the pages I visited, those all are available here. This is one. Maybe you are browsing any of the web page and you directly want to go to address bar to type something. So instead of using your mouse, if you just press F6, function key 6, it will directly go there and you will be able to type whatever you wanted to. So there are multiple such shortcuts. I will show you some more. However, before that, I have one particular page open, so which is the Google Chrome help page. Here you will be able to find different shortcuts related to Windows, Linux or Mac, whatever the version you are using, and it's available for the iPhone, iPad, Android versions also. So there you can just check and you can find out all those available options. I will add this particular link in description below and you can bookmark it for your future reference. So let me come back and show you few more shortcuts which can help you to use Google Chrome more efficiently. If you hit Ctrl Shift and B, it will help you to hide and unhide your favorite bar. You can see I'm just hitting those and I'm able to hide and unhide this favorite bar. We talked about incognito mode a bit earlier. If you press Ctrl Shift and N, you will be able to open an incognito window while you are using Google Chrome browser. Let me close it. And another important feature. And now you can see I have 4 different tabs open. Let me open another tab here and maybe another which can be by channel only. So you can now see there are 5 different tabs available here, right? If you want to switch between these tabs, what you need to do, suppose you need to go to this third tab, that is history. And for that, what you need to do, you need to press Ctrl and then you need to hit 3. You will be able to go to the third page. If you hit 2, it will go to the second. And if you hit 5, it will come back to the 5th one. So this is the way you can toggle between different tabs. And if you have multiple tabs open, just using Control and the number of that particular tab, you will be able to switch. Similarly, you can use Control tab to go to your next tab and Control Shift tab to come back to the earlier tab. So this is another important feature you can use within Google Chrome. Okay, now this is all about shortcuts. If you wanted to learn more about Google Chrome shortcuts, just refer this particular link and you will be able to find the one which you are looking for. Now, while we just talked about shortcuts, that's our next tip. Then the tip number 5, let me show you how can you add a keyboard shortcut against an extension. If you go to these 3 dots and you go to more tools and then click on extensions, it will open the window which will contain all extensions. Here, if you go to this menu, top left part of this page, and you click on there, you will be able to find one option, keyboard shortcuts. If you click there, it will give you a list of the extensions which are available within your computer. So now let me do one thing. If you click here for the save to Google Drive and you type any of the shortcut that whatever you wanted to use, maybe Alt D, right? That's the shortcut I wanted to assign. So now onwards, whenever you will work within Google Chrome, if you just press Alt D, this particular extension will get invoked. So till now we have covered 5 tips in this particular video where we are going to cover 10. Let me know in the comments below that which one you like the most, and if you want me to cover any specific feature in any of my future video. Now coming back to the tips, now let's talk about the 6th tip, and that is Chrome URLs. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is also an excellent feature which we may not be using. Now let me go to any of the new tab. I have already one open here. So if I just start typing Chrome : / and then Chrome URLs, which is showing here because I accessed it earlier. Let me click there. So once this is done, you will be able to see some of the inbuilt Chrome URLs which are already there. For an example, if I click on this history, it will open that browsing history, right? We also saw earlier that how we can invoke browsing history using a shortcut. Now, if I go back and I maybe check maybe downloads, it will open downloads then and there. Similarly, there are different other options available. You can check and you can find out which one you like. There is another fun thing available here, this Dino. You all know whenever internet is not there and you are getting this particular page, there you can play Dino. Similarly, you can play it here also. So this is another fun feature available within this particular links that you can also access. Now coming to the tip number 7, and that is to manage audio and video playback while you are using Google Chrome. So let me open some of the tabs and let me show you how you can use it. Let us talk about a situation. Maybe you are watching a video, maybe a game or maybe a sports thing is going on and you wanted to continue watching that, but in parallel you also wanted to listen to some music. So if that is the situation, how you can do it? There are ways you can do it within Google Chrome. So let me show you how. If I just start this particular video and I just maybe click on this sound button to mute it, right? It's muted. Now in this particular situation, there is one option. If you follow my mouse, in top right part of the corner, you can see control your music, videos and more. What you can do, you can enable a picture in picture. So the game will continue here in this particular window. You can maybe size it as per your requirement, and you can continue going to the audio which you thought of hearing, right? So that is already on, and your video can also go here. If I just click on this play, this video will start continuing to play while you are hearing this particular audio. So this is the way you can plan it. You can start working in a different thing where this particular video is on and that audio is also available. So this is the way you can use this particular feature, and you can control your video and audio together. You just need to click here. There you will be able to pause anything. You can go to the next track. You can maybe fast forward, whatever. All those controls are available here for this particular audio and video. So this is the way you can control multiple audios and videos while you are using Google Chrome to watch or listen to that. Now going to tip number 7, and that is, let me show you how you can change the settings that if you wanted to continue being signed up in Google Chrome or not. So if I close this particular tabs, and if I go to these 3 dots and go to settings, then what it will do, it will open the Google settings panel. So now once you are in this particular landing page, there you can see one option that is sync and Google services. If you just click on this arrow, it will show you multiple different options. Here there is one option that is allow Chrome sign in. By default, this particular option is enabled, which means if you log into any of the Google web pages, maybe Gmail, then automatically using that ID, you will logged into Google Chrome also. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you see, I have just opened this Google homepage. Here I can open my Gmail. However, considering I have already logged in using my ID, you can see in Google Chrome also I logged in using the same ID. If you don't want to enable this feature, maybe you are using a different computer and where you don't want to leave a trace of your ID and password, this may be one of the best options. So this one you just need to toggle off. It will give you a prompt and you can turn off this particular option. For now, I'm clicking it cancel because I wanted to keep it on. So let me click on cancel. Now coming to the tip number 9, and that is how can you predefine some of the tabs in your startup. So while we are already in Google settings page, there is one option that is on startup. If you go there, it will give you 3 options. Whenever you will open Google Chrome, it will open the new tab page. That is the one. Second is you can continue where you left off. Maybe if you have these 5 tabs open, if I just click on that and if I close Google Chrome, next time once I launch it, it will open with all those 5 tabs to start with. You can see it's already started and it's already opening those all 5 tabs together. This is the second option where you can continue where you left off. And third is you can specify a set of pages. First one is the Google homepage, that is by default. You can start adding other pages also, and from next time whenever you will open, it will open those pages whatever are defined here. Let me add one thing here quickly. Maybe one is my channel and take the URL of that and I add as a new page. Then what it will do, so next time once I'll open Google Chrome, it will only open these 2 tabs to start with. Let me do that. If I close the window again and I start Google Chrome another time. So what it will do, it's launching this Google Chrome and you can see these 2 tabs are loading. One will be your Google homepage and second will be the YouTube page of mine. So this is the way you can predefine the tabs you wanted to open in startup, and that can be very, very helpful. Maybe you are using 2-3 different web pages all the time and you wanted to open that while you are starting Google Chrome. Now coming to the final tip of this video, that is to change look and feel of Chrome. So if you open any of the new tab, you will be able to see one particular option in the bottom right part of the page, that is customize. If you click on there, you will be able to see multiple different options. So there are several already predefined backgrounds which are there. If you click on any of the category, maybe seascape, and there you select any of the picture, that will become the background picture of your Google Chrome and it will be visible. So there are multiple other options also. If you go to color and theme, you will be also able to change the theme, how it will look like this particular black theme or maybe the midnight blue, whatever you like. So this is the way you can customize your experience with Google Chrome, and you can change accordingly. Hopefully you like these 10 tips I just shared. There are multiple other videos are also coming up as part of the series. So if you like this particular video, give it a thumbs up. If you also wanted to watch similar content in future, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be publishing 20 more such tips in next 2 weeks time, and you will be getting notifications as and when I'll publish that. So this is all about it for now. Thank you for your time. Bye bye for now.